Mette Lykke, welcome to the Forum for the Future of Agriculture. You are the Chief Executive of Too Good To Go, and it's an app. Now, when we talk about some of the big issues that the Forum does, we look at things like the paradox of feeding hungry mouths with the amount of food waste that we see, a third of all food that is wasted. You have an app to combat that part of the problem and provide a solution. Tell us about it.
Yes, so Too Good To Go basically makes it possible for supermarkets and restaurants to sell the food that they would otherwise have thrown away. So as a consumer, you go in and you find the restaurant you like, and then you buy the food and go pick it up directly.
So a simple idea, but how difficult to execute. I guess you started in Denmark, is that right? And you're rolling it out?
Yes, we started in Denmark and now we're rolling out in more and more countries in Europe. So we're in 10 countries now, with the last one being Italy, which launched 2 weeks ago.
So you challenged on the platform today Unilever spokesperson Rob Hamer, and you talked about the ways in which the big food companies can help in providing solutions to food waste.
Yeah.
What did you say in the debate?
Yeah, so the thing is, all actors really in this whole food chain system need to step up and just revisit a little bit how we do business. Food waste is a lot about habits, and that's what's driving all this waste. So for Unilever, we've done a really nice project in Denmark with the Danish department of Unilever, where they are changing some of their date labels to make it clearer to consumer that they can actually still consume the product after it passed the date. And we would like that to be rolled out globally, of course.
So these are small steps, but they're important first steps, aren't they? What more needs to be done to try and solve this food waste challenge? Because it is solvable, isn't it?
I think it is. We probably will never get it down to a 0%, but it's a complex issue, and that's also why we believe we need to do many things. So we need to do 1,000 different things to just get it to something that we can at least live with without being too shameful. I think the way it works right now, it doesn't make any sense. When a third of all food is wasted, it's insane.
And when you've seen it rolled out to the countries that you've seen in Europe, I mean, you say it is shameful. I'm sure we all feel that. But tell me about what you've seen at first hand, I mean, the extent of waste, because we want to try and inject sustainability into consumption. How far do we still have to go from your experience?
I think we have a long way to go when it comes to our whole mindset. So we need to increase the awareness around food waste, and I think it starts with us getting back to this, feeling or this understanding we had many years ago that food is a resource and it's something precious we need to preserve and protect. And we forgot about that a little bit because, we have such an abundance now and food is cheap, especially bad food is cheap. So I think we need to get that back in. And then when we have the awareness back, people will start thinking differently. Even at home, the third week in a row you toss your bananas, you will actually think about it and maybe you'll buy a little fewer bananas.
Do you think consumers are moving more to think about from field to fork? The elements that go in, because if we changed our behaviour, we would affect climate change. We would be able to tackle the increasing CO2 emissions that we're still seeing. We would help even improve soil. The effects are wide-ranging, aren't they?
I think consumers are definitely becoming more aware of sustainability and they want to have a climate-friendly diet. Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of consumers don't really combine food waste and climate as two things that actually have a lot to do with each other. It's 8% of all greenhouse gases that come from food waste.
So do you feel that education still wants some way to go, and is your app a kind of a part of that?
Yes, we would like to play a big role in education. So we have a team now dedicated to teaching kids and young people from 4th grade all the way up to university the value of food, and we work with them on innovation and entrepreneurship as well.
And how important is it to come to forums like the one here today for the future of agriculture that has a strong reputation in its 12th year now, to come and share that message?
It's a great opportunity because, of course, with all the farmers present in an audience like this today, we also know that there's a lot of waste happening out in the fields. So I think it's really important that farmers too start thinking about it and become a little bit creative in terms of finding solutions.
Mette, thank you very much for talking to us today.